Prepare to be spooked, because The Conjuring Last Rites doesn't just wrap up a story. It unleashes a cameo-filled celebration that feels like a horror fan's dream come true. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this the perfect finale, or does it bite off more than it can chew with its star-studded reunion? Let's dive in. The Conjuring Last Rites might focus on the chilling case that launched Ed, Patrick Wilson, and Lorraine Warren, Vera Farmiga, into cinematic fame. But don't expect this franchise to fade into the shadows anytime soon. After all, the fourth installment shattered records, surpassing even 2017's It to become the highest-grossing global opening for a horror film, raking in a staggering $194 million. https:/film.com 1975848, The Conjuring Last Rites universe biggest box office hit, The Nun. Yet, despite its box office triumph, Last Rites feels like a heartfelt culmination of James Wan's horror legacy, which began in 2013. Chris Evangelista of /film calls it a hectic and sweet finale that delivers a satisfying conclusion. https:/film.com 1979805, The Conjuring Last Rites review. The film's sense of finality is amplified by the wedding of Judy Warren, Mia Tomlinson, and her fiancé Tony, Ben Hardy, which doubles as a grand reunion for the Conjuring universe. Think of it as the horror equivalent of Avengers Endgame's emotional funeral scene, where the Marvel Cinematic Universe bid farewell to Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. https:/84648/ Paul Rudd reveals why the Ant-Man crew were the coolest bunch at the Avengers funeral. In an exclusive interview with Film's Jacob Hall, director Michael Chaves shared the behind-the-scenes magic of pulling off this massive gathering. It was amazing, because so many of those people I was meeting for the first time. It was a Herculean effort, coordinating schedules, flying everyone to England for just one afternoon of shooting. I'm just glad I didn't have to keep track of who was coming. For Chaves, the experience was like crashing a family reunion, one he felt emotionally connected to, even if he didn't know everyone personally. Having joined the franchise with The Curse of La Llorona, he hadn't worked with most of the returning actors, except for Julian Hilliard, David Glatzel from The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Yet the camaraderie was palpable. As he put it, it was like marrying into a family I didn't fully know, but still felt deeply tied to. And what a family it was! The wedding guest list reads like a Conjuring greatest hits album. Cindy Perron, Mackenzie Foy, and her formerly possessed mother Caroline, Lily Taylor, from the first film. Peggy Hodgson, Frances O'Connor, and her daughter Janet, Madison Wolfe, from The Conjuring 2, and even David Glatzel. But the real showstopper, James Wan himself, whose cameo had horror fans like me practically jumping out of their seats. And this is the part most people miss. While Chaves also directed The Nun 2, the wedding guests were primarily characters the Warrens had saved in previous films. No demons from The Nun or Annabelle here, unless you count Wan, who produced every Conjuring verse entry. The film is so over the top that it's hard not to imagine a demon-filled reception, with Annabelle tearing up and the Crooked Man, who absolutely deserves his own spin-off, catching the bouquet. The Conjuring Last Rites is now available on most PVOD platforms. But the real question remains, does this finale close the chapter on the Warrens? Or is there still room for more haunted artifacts? What do you think? Is Last Rites the perfect send-off, or does it leave you craving more? Let's debate in the comments.